You know how like Trump and the Republicans have been like screaming from the rooftops over the last year about how well, my bad, over, yeah, basically a lot, ever since the coronavirus started, that they moved to the super sick realm of saying that the election is going to be a complete fraud. Trump has moved to say, hey, what's up, Enzo? Nice to see you. Trump has moved to say that everything, the whole system, it's going to be a big fraud. They're going to try and steal the election from me. Your glorious leader. They're going to roll out buses of illegal aliens. They're going to go around. They're going to vote. They're going to put in their vote. They're going to come around with a new hat. They're going to vote again. They're going to put on a fake mustache. They're going to vote again. And this is how they're going to stop us, because the silent majority is on my side. Listen, we all know that's garbage and that's bullshit, okay? But Trump has now found a new way to combat this. He has found a new way to fight back against the Democratic voter fraud machine that is the only reason Democrats win in his world. And that is to lead his supporters, to be on the front lines, okay? And tell his supporters to literally commit crimes. Earlier today, Trump tweeted about how his voters need to vote twice. Yes, he unironically said that his voters need to vote twice. And he had a little airport pop-up rally with a bunch of New Carolinians to talk about his new strategy. Listen to this. Let me turn this up for you.
If you get the unsolicited ballots, send it in and then go make sure it counted. And if it doesn't tabulate, you vote. You just vote. And then if they tabulate it very late, which they shouldn't be doing, they'll see you voted, and so it won't count. So send it in early and then go and vote. And if it's not tabulated, you vote, and the vote is going to count.
So I don't know. I don't know if you all caught that. My man is like, yes, to make sure that the Democrats don't steal your vote. You just have to make sure that the probability is not in their favor. If they throw out one of your votes, joke's on them. There's another one that's gonna sneak by. You can't do this. You cannot do this. If you didn't know, I would like to help everyone from catching a charge and say that this is illegal. This is a felony, so it's more than just like your run-of-the-mill jaywalking. This is more than just stabbing your local grandma. This is far worse. This is voting twice in the same election. You cannot do this. It is crazy that Trump is just like telling his people to go to jail. Maybe like the right-wing media machine will use that as a way to paint Republicans as martyrs. They'll be, Republicans on the front line of democracy, trying to make sure that their votes get counted from the evil Democratic machine, to make sure that their vote doesn't get munched like the Chuck E. Cheese ticket munching machine, to make sure it doesn't get destroyed in the maw of the Democratic beast that has a hold of this country. They just, law-abiding citizens, decided it's time to vote twice. You can't do this. And he actually sent out a tweet about this earlier today, I'm pretty sure. And it was so nasty that even Twitter had to shut it down. And here's where he's talking about it, I'm pretty sure. Go to your local polling place, and whether or not your mail-in vote has been counted. If it has, you will not be able to vote, and the mail-in system will work properly. If it has not been counted, vote, which is a citizen's right to do. You can't do this. If you send your ballot in, you can't just vote again. You can't. You're going to be held accountable. But hey, listen, this is just how they work. Trump isn't anything new. This is just what Republicans do. They just try to when we see instances of voter fraud. I remember there was a big instance of voter fraud, and I think it was California, and it was vote gathering, or vote like farming. It was like hunter-gatherer society in the Republican Party, where this dude was literally going around. It was just some random dude, and he was like, hey, old lady, hey, Miss Jenkins, give me your ballot. I'll give it to him. And she's like, okay. And he's like, yeah, I work for the local polling place. Just give me your ballot. So he was just like taking people's ballots and then altering them and then trying to send them in, and he got caught for it. But those were the Republicans. But that doesn't really work into his narrative of the entire election is completely fraud or whatever. Listen, if you send in your vote, you sent in your vote. You voted. You have voted. You cannot. Oh my gosh, I'm throwing things around on my desk. You cannot vote again. But hey, maybe, I mean, if this gets a bunch of Trump supporters arrested at the booth and so they can't vote, hey dog, I mean, if it works for you, go ahead. But it's really crazy how brazen the literal president of the United States is to send his drones of supporters out to literally put themselves in jail over trying to get him reelected. It's really funny.